What's up, alexy1 playing Nikoloz Managadze. Okay, and we get the Sicilian, and let's see. I don't really know yet what I'm gonna play. Maybe I'm gonna play this f3 line again. So I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, so now I have to go bishop g5. I think. I might be wrong, but I think that's the main move here. Knight c3, I somewhat remember. I don't know why I remember it. But... Oh, maybe no. I have to take. Yeah. And then knight c3, or maybe take first. What was it now? I don't. How do I not remember this? I think knight c3. I don't know. It feels normal, but it's probably wrong. As you can see, this is just a position. It's not special. I'm gonna take there. So this file won't be open and he can't really press on this c3 pawn. But yeah, this might be somewhat bad for me, maybe. I don't know. If I take and play rook d6, what happens? I'll just play it. So if bishop c4, I'm gonna move my rook and then I'm gonna play c4. And now I wanted to play knight c5. So if he takes rook a1 and then take on f6, I guess. Or I'm gonna take on e6 if he goes back to that. But at least this knight here is good. Maybe this is a bad move, because if he goes rook b8, rook b2, this pawn is hanging. And he immediately does that, so... And now he can jump to b5 maybe. Yeah. Okay. Just go back there. Attack this pawn. Also somewhat threaten c4. Yeah, I'm trying to fight for an advantage, but it's hard in this position. Maybe c4 here. I like this move. So I'm gonna prove this. And well, what if I go c4 again? Then probably rook b3, yeah? If king d2, probably something like... No, that's not... No, that's good. Rook d8, I'll go rook a6, so... Maybe this move? Well, at least I'm gaining a pawn now. And then probably like this. Ooh. Haha. Gotcha. So, yeah. Now we're up a piece. But it's still, we have to watch out for some cheapos here. For instance, just a2 and rook b2 is pretty annoying. But having a knight here, knight hit there is probably a good thing. I wanted to go rook a5 here. I still want that. So yeah, this should be a win, an easy win. Now, there aren't any tricks with rook takes b3 or anything. Yeah, this is just done. Well, maybe rook c4 here. Oh, rook c4 there might have been pretty annoying still. Yeah. I mean, he could just easily resign here. It's just... if I'm giving this away, then it's pretty bad. I'm up a pawn and a piece, so... Yeah, another pawn now. If he goes there, I'm gonna mate him. But yeah, if he goes there, I'm gonna mate him as well. So let's have a look. So this is showing. We've talked about this a bunch of times. Because everyone plays this against e4. If you see my game against, I think it was Machine Gun. I don't really know any way to play this. I mean, I know the lines for black with well, that I play with white, but if white deviates, it's hard for me to play it. I'll keep trying to play this as soon because it's fun and well. I mean, if you guys want me to play anything, you can just tell me and I'll try and get it on the board. Even though I get crushed or something. I mean, that game against Machine Gun is living proof of that. But anyways, back to the game. So f3, the idea of f3 is just I want to play c4 and control this d5 square, which is pretty important because if black goes d6 and e5, yeah, d6 and e5, this square becomes weak. So if I can just pump all my pieces there, I'd be doing pretty good. This pawn on d6 then would be a very backward pawn, and that's annoying for him. So he goes for d5, and I somewhat remember that this move is bad, but I didn't quite know why. I know this is still theory, but it seems like I just have to take and then take here. And this somewhat rings a bell, I have to be honest. So I know bishop c6, I guess, and then takes, and castle. But I didn't play bishop takes g5, f6, and the downside of that is that I can't really take on d5 now, because knight takes, and then this knight is definitely very good. So I think that's the reason why I have to take here first. Because if he takes here now, then you can take and play knight c3. And if bishop b5, I don't think that's the main move. I think bishop c6, c6 or e6 are the main moves. But if bishop b4, probably I can just castle. And if bishop b6, knight b5, I think was the main move. And then castle as well. So for the next time I have to take on f6 first. I mean, this is good for me as well, because now I'm learning. Well, I'm not learning, I'm remembering my lines. And, well, take some bishop b4. Bishop b5 seems more than fine. Knight c6. The engine likes king f2. Yeah, I maybe agree. I don't know. If I go king f2, maybe you can take on b3 and then play bishop c5, but I can still go back to e3 with my other bishop. Yeah, and I think this line is somewhat equalish. This pawn is pretty bad, but so is this pawn. And this c2 pawn is also pretty bad, but so is that pawn. So I guess it's fine. The one thing about this pawn structure though is this square here is pretty good. So therefore I tried to well, I tried to use those things. So I'm pressing on this pawn, and this pawn is now, this e5 pawn is pretty solid, but this f6 pawn is now a weakness, and this knight c5 is in the air. For instance, now he took on a2, and well, I like my rook a1. Bishop a6 should probably just draw. The main thing about this though, this king is now a bit active, so I need to fight for a draw here. I think rook d3 is probably better, because in some lines I can go c4 and rook a3. But yeah, this should be holdable. But if I had to choose, black is definitely the color I choose, because He's got somewhat of a passed pawn. It can't really move anywhere, but it's a passed pawn, so. So maybe this knight c5 here wasn't really the best idea, or this rook a2, rook a1 I mean. Maybe taking on f6 just first is probably better. But anyways, I wasn't really playing for a win anymore. I was just trying to make decent moves and hope to at least draw. Cause well, in the end, he's got a bishop in the ending, whereas I have a knight, and the pawns are not on one flank, so it's a draw is a somewhat decent result, is what I'm trying to say. So I was wondering about c4, but so the main idea would be to take here now, but rook b2 is annoying. Therefore, I have to move my king closer. And now knight d3. Yeah, and this move I didn't spot, but still, c4 is a good move. And if he took here, it's probably just a draw. I probably should take with the king, because if I take with the pawn, rook b2 is annoying. And this should just be a draw, I guess. My king is a bit active, but he's got this advanced passer. Instead he went back to e6. And we didn't go rook c5 yet. I think I wanted to go c4, but then rook b3. And bishop f5 and rook d8 are threats. So that's not ideal. I went king d2. And here I went rook c5. The main point being, if he takes, knight takes, and it's hard to defend this pawn. So if he takes and moves this bishop, for instance, or moves this pawn, I mean, I can take on e6 and then move my king closer. And then just take a3. And be a pawn up in the ending. But maybe it's better here. The engine seems to think so, at least. But I don't see how I'm winning a pawn here yet. But maybe that's not so bad anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we're up a pawn here. If you went to b6, what's the difference? The engine likes this, but I don't see the difference. Well, okay, I see the difference. Knight c5 isn't a threat here. Whereas if the rook were on b7, then this would be a very good move, just like the game. So yeah, I agree. This is yeah, and now this cheapo. I didn't spot this at first, but it's not really hard to see. Yeah, I'm just defending my rook now. So I've just gained a piece, and now it's just a matter of playing this out correctly, which I probably didn't do actually. So this rook c4 is still in the air. a2, rook a5, and now rook c4. Well, looking here, maybe I can. No, I can't really go. I wanted to go knight d4, but he can just take, and if king c3, which was the point, double attack here. He's got rook b1 maybe, and still this ending is an easy win. But yeah, well, maybe it's even playable. I don't know. So rook c4. What should I do? Rook c1 is probably the most clear, because a1 is not a threat. How do I continue though? So king g7, probably king d3. Oh no, now he can take here. Yeah, it's hard to continue here though. So the engine likes g4 and h4, I guess. But that's not really a plan. And if I go rook c5, then he can queen. So if I go knight a1, That might be a plan. So the plan is just to go king d3 and then probably move up my pawn and then rook c2 or something like that. Or king d3, rook a4, rook c4, and then king c3. Rook c6. Well, maybe this. And then rook d3. And then rook c3. Rook b3. Yeah, this is a good idea. Okay, but this is still hard. Definitely in a low time situation, it's hard to find such an idea. So, knight a1, rook a3, and rook b3 is the plan then. Yeah, I somewhat like it. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. Then just rook b3. Anyways, he just took and then it's just easy. Yeah, this isn't interesting anymore. Well, if he'd just allow me this, that would be fun, but... Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you did. If you guys want me to play anything, just hit me up. I'll try and deliver, I guess. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye.